Well, good morning, everybody. How the hell y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing good. Where are we? We're actually in our windbreak corral. And it's not really a corral. It's 3/4 of a corral. Because that area right there is not closed off. But anyways, there's the shelter that we fixed up the other day. And it's closed off coming around this way. I gotta hook some chains up, but it is closed off. I'm gonna make this sucker bigger. It won't get completely finalized today, but it is gonna get made bigger here today. So basically, these 3 windbreaks right here are gonna get put into more straight, so to speak. They're straight, but they're more north and south. They're going to get turned so they're more kind of east-west / southeast is the plan here. So that's what's going on here right now. And then I got to grab a couple of slabs and fix that fucking hole right there. Why that's broken is beyond me. I have no idea. A cow was rubbing and busted the old slab out. So, but yeah, we're just trying to get these corrals all set up the way we want them for when we really get going into this calving thing. So, have everything ready for the girls so that we're not trying to do it last minute, so to speak. Anyway, I'm going to continue with moving things around, and I'll bring you back when we're done later. Okay guys, so starting from the end right there for that corral panel, we come all the way around, and then you see right there there's a bit of a gap in the gate fence. Well, there's a gate right there attached to the end of that corral panel. It's open, obviously, but all these corral panels are tied together. Those 3 on the end right there are all tied, and then that last one is a real heavy son of a bitch, and it's just kind of butted up against the end wall of the calf shelter. Then all the way around this way, these corral panels are all tied into each other, and we made it bigger. You can see it's a lot bigger before it came to right here. Back you up a bit. You can see right here is where it was before. Now we doubled the size, made it that much longer, and we got our gates on the end. Now what are we going to do right here to close this off? Because this is like 80 feet. Well, I got 2 30-foot windbreaks at the far end over by them bales that the deer wrecking, or wrecked, I should say. I'm not putting those windbreaks over here yet, but they will be coming over here. And then there's also 4 corral panels over there. And we'll be bringing those over to just close everything off and do what we normally do. How's that sound? And then all of those bales, what's left of them, are going to go out there for the deer to have fun with what's left of them bales. Maybe that'll keep them out of the yard, because we've got them coming in. There's salt and there is still mineral. We've got them coming into the main yard, the deer, and into the main stack yard. So, and I've set a bunch of bales out for the ice to try and melt off of. Over here, I don't know, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 bales roughly right there that are standing up on end for the snow and ice to kind of melt off. And now we're gonna go grab a couple other old bales and set them out so I can scoop them easier with the Bale Pro, and we'll be putting some straw down here at one point or another today. So for now, I'm gonna let you guys go and we'll bring you back later. Well, there's Mocha dogs, and if you guys look right there on that right back foot, well, there actually isn't a foot there. So I've had a few people ask, and I was gonna say something yesterday's video and I forgot. So here we are today, Tuesday, March, oh boy, I think it's around the 6th. I think 6th or 7th, something like that. So anyway, what happened? Anyway, when Mocha was just a puppy, she was like, I don't know, 6 months old. Well, you can see here, we're right against the main grid, right? This is a main grid that runs right past our place. And it was August. In August, she ran out on the road and she got smoked by a car. The guy didn't even stop. He just kept fucking going. But anyways, it was a Sunday. CP and I were in the city getting groceries and picking up a few odds and ends. And Tristan was home. And he was working in the shop on some car or truck or something of his. Anyways, he went and grabbed her off the road and carried her up, let us know what happened. We come home, she broke her hip and broke her ankle. And I splinted it, but we didn't realize her ankle was broke. So I splinted it that night after we got home. And I had to work the next morning. I was trucking quite a bit at the time. So I went to work, and CP took her to the vet, and they put a cast on her. Well, 6 weeks after, so about the end of September, it was grocery day again. And well, when it initially happened, I just said, to hell with it, I'll put her down. Like, Mocha was a Christmas gift to me from CP, so as a pup. So anyways, so I guess she was like 7 weeks old when we got her. That was Christmas time. So, and then this happened in August, if I remember correctly. It happened in August, the accident. So August is what, the 8th month? Add another month and a half. So I guess she would have been like 9.5, just about 10 months old when it happened. So anyways, I was going to put her down. CP said, no, let's try saving her, blah, blah, blah. So we did. I splinted her. CP took her to the vet the next morning. And they casted her and we brought her home. We did everything they said we were supposed to do with cleaning her foot as best we can. Like, the end of her foot was sticking out the bottom of the cast. And she didn't move very much, I'll tell you that much. She didn't do very much. Anyway, end of September, like 6 weeks, almost 7 weeks after, it was a Sunday again. We went to the city for grocery day. Mocha was under the deck. It was hot. She was under the deck, and she didn't want to come out. And when we got home, she was still under the deck. She wouldn't come out. So I went under the deck and I got her and I drug her out. And as she came out from under the deck, the cast fell off of her leg, and so did her foot. Basically what happened, they casted her too damn tight, and they cut the circulation off in her leg. Her leg shrunk, and they cut the circulation off in her foot completely, and her foot fell off, and so did the cast came off. Anyways, I was going to put her down again. This dog's got like 9 lives. And CP said, no, we can't put her down, not after all this that she's been through. She stunk, let me tell you, like death. Like, she really, really stunk. Really bad. Like, it was rotten flesh that came off of her, right? Anyway, we treated her ourselves. Shot of penicillin. Fast acting for 4 days, I think it was. And then we gave her some long acting for another week and a half. Penicillin. CP doctored on her, kept her clean. Like, when you give this dog a needle, she would just lay there. She didn't fight us. She didn't do nothing. She was awesome that way. So yeah, the CP doctored on her. She kept it clean. No word of a lie. In 2 weeks, that dog was up and running around the yard. By October, this dugout out here on the other side of the cut feed pile, she was swimming in the dugout. So yeah, that's the story on Mocha Dog's foot and why she only has 3. And did I say something to the vet? No. They actually phoned me and asked me who splinted her, because they've never seen a splint job that done that well before. They were really impressed with the splint that we put on her. And I told them, make sure that you guys check her ankle, because I didn't know if it was broke or not. I wasn't able to tell for sure, but definitely knew her leg was broke just down from the hip. Because, well, it was flopping. How's that sound? I tried to piece the 2 bone fragments together, and just by feel, and a stick on either side, and taped it up and splinted her up, and she was good to go. They didn't do nothing. All they did was put a cast on. They say they x-rayed her, but I don't know if they actually did x-ray her or not. I have no idea. But yeah, that's the history on Mocha Dogs. And well, over the last couple years now, you guys have seen her run around with us in the cold and in the summertime, and she's wherever we go, she goes. So that's the story with Mocha Dogs. I need to get these bales dug out of here. They're not very nice. These are old bales, and the twines are off, and the mice are in them and making a mess. So we're going to try getting them dug out as best I can without having them fall apart, and we'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty, guys. So in our windbreak corral here, like I said earlier, I was going to put some straw down, and we started right here. 2 bales, went around, and it got to where that red cow is on the end right there. That's 2 bales. But this is that old, like 2-year-old wheat straw. It's not the greatest of straws. I've said it before that it wasn't great straw, but it's more than adequate for now. So, and that's exactly why we're using it right now. And there's a fair amount of wheat in it, so the cows are going to eat a fair amount of this stuff. I'm just bringing them 2 more bales to give them a little extra space. Sorry, guys. There we go. Turn this sucker down. PTO, push down, lift up, let go. And hydraulic lever to activate rocking table, and go. And it goes. And now we just watch it and drive ahead, a little at a time. And some of these bales don't shred out worth a fuck. It's a pain in the royal, you know what. So Sometimes you got to jerk the machine a little bit this way and that way. And the wind is picking up here now, so the straw isn't necessarily going exactly where a guy wants it to at certain times because of the damn wind. Look at these guys right here. They're digging through the straw looking for all that wheat grain that's in it, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. They can eat the wheat grains. They'll eat some of the straw. No problem with that. The ground is clean underneath, so this is first bed down in the windbreak corral. So anyway, for the next little while, we'll bed them. Well, now they're going to get bedded in the corral here, but I'm going to continue feeding them for about a week in the pasture still. And then we'll be looking at locking them in full time in the calving areas. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. We'll bring you back a little bit later. There we go. 4 bales ought to do them for a little while. And I can come in here and push out some of the shit that's in here from before. The straw that you're seeing down there right now is actually a yellow oat bale that we brought in here a while back. And they ate most of it, and then they used what was left as a bed down area during the middle of the day. Most of the time they head out to the bush for bed down area, but I think now they're going to stick around here with that fresh straw there. So yeah, for the next week, the rest of this week anyways, we'll continue to feed them out there. I brought 2 bunks home now. There's still 2 out there. And that'll change here probably around the weekend. Anyway, I'm going to take this thing up to the shop. That thing right there. And I think I'm going to work at getting some of the twine out of her. So I'll let you guys go. We'll talk to you later. Oakley dokley. Well, there. And you can see it's kind of smoking a little bit. That's the dust that's in there. That's kind of burning a little. Why is it burning? Well, for all you newcomers that have never seen me do this before, and I didn't show it today, but this is our Jiffy 900 Bale Pro. Pretty much everybody that I could think of that's watching my videos has seen me use this thing. So it's PTO drive, and PTO's right there. This is the shaft. It's disconnected obviously right now, and PTO runs that rotor right there with all those, they call them flails. You guys might call them fingers, but they're flails is what they're called. And if you don't pull the twine off your bales, and in our case with our straw that we've been using mostly this winter, it's all that 2-year-old stuff, and if I take the twine off, the bales literally fall apart and you'll never get it in the machine. So we leave the twine on. As that rotor is turning, it'll rip the twine off and it collects it on that rotor. So then what I do after we do however many bales, we got to cut it out. And this is what we use right here. El Toro twine cutter. So basically it's a big old heat element, and you just plug her in, she'll get red hot. You definitely don't want to touch that sucker because it'll burn you in a hurry. And you just go along the rotor and you burn the twine in a line all the way across. Right now it's cooling down. It's still pretty warm, but see that? It just cut that little piece of net right there. So it just kind of cuts it by melting a hot line into the twine. Twine and the net wrap, it's all plastic. So you just melt a line right in, and then you just pull it out, pull it off of all the rotor and all the flails. So that's how we take it off, and you end up with a big old pile like I got over there that gets put in the incinerator or taken to the recycling plant if we had one or whatever, right? Right now there is no recycling plant for twine up here in Saskatchewan, so we got to deal with it on our own. So I'll go and deal with that here right away, and we'll get on to the next job. Talk to you guys later.